Question for anyone who caught their partner red-handed cheating: how did it happen, and what did you do? My buddy walked into his girlfriend's room and found some guy literally on top of her. He didn't yell or lose it, just looked at the guy and asked if they could talk in the hallway. The dude came out in nothing but his boxers and said he didn't want to fight because he was a pro kickboxer and might get locked up if he hurt someone. Then the girl came out crying, saying my buddy misunderstood everything. Misunderstood what exactly? A naked guy was on top of her. My buddy calmly told the guy he didn't want to fight either and asked, "What did she tell you?" "She said she wasn't seeing anyone else." "She told you that?" "Yeah. She said I'm the only one she's with." My buddy just said, "Well, she's yours now," and walked away. He never said a word to her, didn't even look at her. Back when I was dating my neighbor, our apartments were like 10 feet apart. One night my friends came over and we were messing around with Nerf guns. One of them hit me in the eye, scratched my cornea. It hurt like hell. I was drunk, didn't know what to do, so I popped some allergy meds and painkillers and went to sleep. Next morning, I woke up in agony, couldn't open my eye. I started crying from the pain, which only made it worse. I ran to my boyfriend's place where we had each other's keys, thinking he'd take me to the ER. On the way up to his room, I saw women's shoes, then pants. I was like, weird. Walked in and found him in bed with his best friend. They didn't even hear me come in. I just stood there watching way longer than I should have, then slammed his door and ran back to my place. I collapsed on the floor crying and started punching the ground until my hands were bruised and scraped. Later, my neighbor took me to the hospital. Turns out I had an infection in my eye. That day sucked. My coworker stopped by her boyfriend's place before work to grab her phone charger. Walked in on him in bed with another woman. She took a photo and sent it to his mom. This happened recently, so my friend was head over heels for this girl. They were inseparable, moved in together. The whole couple that takes selfies every time they eat vibe. Then she got close with some coworkers and started going out with them. One night, he and his friends showed up at the bar where she was supposed to meet them. She was there, making out with some random dude. They fought but made up. A few weeks later, he brought flowers to surprise her at work. Saw her in the parking lot giving a blowjob to that same coworker. Somehow they made up again. He was still madly in love and hoped a vacation might fix things. They rented a beach house for the weekend. 2 weeks later, during his lunch break, he stopped by the house and walked in to find her bent over the table with the same dude behind her. He turned around and left. Broke up the next day. Hasn't dated anyone since. Said he's too scared to trust again. My friend is in the military. He came home and couldn't open the door. Got scared, thought maybe something happened to his wife. Broke the door down and found all his stuff packed up in the living room. Ran to the bedroom and saw her in bed with another guy. She started sleeping with him while my friend was deployed. He packed his things and left, but then he got arrested. Why? Right after he left, she went to the police with bruises on her neck from her new guy choking her during sex, consensually. She claimed my friend broke in, saw them, and beat her. He was tried, the jury believed her. He was dishonorably discharged, and now he's on probation. We all hate that bitch. 6 weeks before the wedding, caught my fiance in bed with one of our coworkers. Quit my job. Had to pay off all the wedding bills myself because the contracts were all in my name. Went back to college, she started stalking me, had to get a restraining order, went to therapy, it was hell. But then life got better. I'm now married to an amazing woman, doing great in my career. And the best part, I beat cancer a year and a half ago. In my case, I didn't walk in on her, they walked in on me. A week before our wedding, I was at her place working on a paper. She said she was going out with coworkers. She came back around midnight, kissing some guy. Her mom had been married 4 times and cheated on every husband and lived a mess of a life. My ex always feared she'd end up like her. I looked her in the eye and said, "You're just like your mom." Grabbed my stuff from her place, packed her things from mine, and dropped them at her door. I cut her off completely. I was even helping pay her rent, but I gave her a month to find a new place. A year later, she hit me up for coffee. She was dating that same coworker she cheated with. I had been hitting the gym daily, lost 30 pounds. She made some flirty moves, and yeah, we hooked up 3 times. Her boyfriend found out. She messaged me on Facebook, but I never replied. Haven't talked since. I went to work, left my boyfriend home job hunting. I hate to admit it, but I checked his email. Just once. Never had before, never have since. But something felt off. I saw a thread with some woman from a dating site. I could have called and screamed at him, but I wanted to catch him live, took the rest of the day off and drove home, furious and panicked. I didn't even know what I'd do when I walked in, but when I did, they were on the couch, naked. He looked shocked. She looked terrified. I don't remember what I said, but she clearly thought I was gonna hit her. She got dressed and left. A few weeks later, she called and said she was pregnant, wanted money for an abortion. Of course, my unemployed boyfriend didn't have any, so I paid for it. It wasn't her fault, really. She didn't know. But I should have kicked him out that day. He threatened me and my family. I was scared. But eventually I left. Now I'm in a strong, healthy relationship. Took me a while to love myself again. I'm never letting anyone treat me like that again. Came home early from work. Door was locked. Weird, we never locked it. Quietly opened it and found my girlfriend in bed with our roommate. Told her to pack her stuff and move into his room. A week later, I slept with one of her friends. She lost her shit. End of the month, they both moved out. Later, while I was deployed, she tried breaking into my place, not realizing I had a new roommate. He chased her out with a knife. Whole thing was insane. I was in military school, chilling by the fire one night with a few guys. We were swapping dumb stories. A lieutenant joined us. The topic shifted to cheating girlfriends. He said, "Yeah, that happened to me back in my Ranger days." We asked him to tell us more. He said, "I was in South Korea for joint exercises, which ended a week early. I flew home, got in late, and quietly came in the house. Turns out she had been cheating for a while, and the dude would sleep over sometimes. He heard me coming up the stairs and thought I was a burglar. Someone asked, 'What did you do?' He said, 'Killed him.' Threw him out the window." Everyone went dead silent. Only the fire crackled. We were stunned. Until that point, it was just goofy stories. Someone asked if he got arrested. He said, "No, cops came but didn't press charges. His girlfriend moved in with her sister. He threw all her stuff on the lawn by morning. Wild." Leave out my buddy threw a Christmas party at his parents' place. Everyone was smashed. He went to his room to check on his girlfriend, but she wasn't there. Heard noise from the closet, tried the door, it was stuck. He peeked in and saw her hooking up with her ex, who also happened to be his old friend. He ran to my room where I was chilling with a girl and told me what he saw. He was losing his mind. I threw on some pants and followed him. Right as we got to the door, he hurled an empty bottle at the frame, screaming for them to get out. Her ex came out trying to explain, but my friend just clocked him in the face, tackled him, and started swinging. Took me 5 or 6 tries to pull them apart, told the dude to get the hell out. Then my friend turned on his girlfriend, cussed her out, kicked her out of the house. Funniest part, he'd been cheating on her for months. I know that for a fact. But the second she did it, his whole world fell apart. Follow our channel for more wild stories like these. In the meantime, check out our other videos.